Hi Gemini, this is your October 2023 spiritual reading. You guys might want to, I don't know if like something happened last year in October, because I haven't said 2022, all 2023's readings, but this time, so there could have even been a cycle that you guys started in October of last year that's coming to an end now. Or like something returning. All right, we have nourishment, number 7, and peace, number 28. All right, we have 15. How can you feed others when your own table is empty? Wow, coming up with nourishment. And we have number 1, make peace with, you guys, make peace with your past and peace. And we have nourishment. And how can you feed others when your own table is empty? I love when the cards speak. So it does feel like we have 2 strong messages. So 1, really now is the time to be selfish and to focus on yourself. Do what makes you happy. Splurge on yourself. Make sure your cup is full. You know, especially if like a lot of people are like trying to grab onto you, wanting to either spend time with you, need your help, need your advice, want to talk to you, whatever it is, it feels like make sure that your cup is full before allowing others to take from you. Because it does feel like you guys attract a lot of different energies to you. And there's a sense of like you're a great listener. Like people love talking to you, but also like sometimes they can get a little bit intense where it starts draining you, especially if you have like your sun, moon, or even Mercury in 12th house, 8th house, 4th house, where you need to make sure you're giving yourself time to refuel and to allow your batteries to fill up again before being a social butterfly. And it's funny with Geminis, people say like they're so social, but it's like there's 2 sides to you. One, you are like when you're at a party, you can talk to anyone and everyone. You could be the center of attention. One, that doesn't mean that you necessarily love that. And if you do, it could still drain you. So then there's another part of you that just like loves staying home and like not answering your phone. You have like thousands of notifications that you're just like you don't want to deal with. So there are 2 sides to you, and both sides need to be honored and respected, right? If you totally abandon socializing and networking and just being around people, that also will drain you. But if you only focus on that and don't allow yourself time to refuel, that will also drain you. So you need a nice balance. And it feels like you guys might be a little bit out of balance there, which is why you're being asked to spend some time refueling. Go to a spa, go get a massage. Like if you need help getting the energies just flowing in your body again, get help. You could even do Reiki or grab a glass of wine and watch a movie. Like spend the weekend just at home, cozied up, reading a book, watching a movie, doing stuff that feels peaceful and enjoyable to you. Make sure you're giving yourself that balance, or else you're gonna get drained, and that's not fun. So we have the 3 of Pentacles. So you guys could have been partying a lot, really being around friends, not having a minute to yourself, just like constantly transferring energies, like communicating, meeting people, being in public around it, even if you're not talking to people, but you're like Like, let's say you're downtown having dinner. There's so many energies around you, and you guys are ruled by Mercury, so you're picking up on them. You might, be able to hear conversations that other people wouldn't even notice, but because you're ruled by Mercury, even if you're not directly talking with people, you're still picking up on their energy, and that takes energy, right? It takes your attention. It requires your attention. And so if you have been out and about a lot, know that the message is to make sure you balance that out before you crash. You don't want to wait until you're just completely drained. And when you get super drained, you could even get a cold. That's how your body shows you, I'm tired, I need to rest. We have the Queen of Cups. This really feels like nurturing, self-care, self-love, spending time with yourself. If you have pets, take a weekend and just bond and spend time with them. Take care of yourself. Love yourself, nurture yourself, splurge on yourself, give yourself and your body and your soul what it needs. We have the Page of Cups. Yeah, you guys are being asked to just chill a little bit more, and especially with strong air and you're always out and about, you're more in your mental energy. You don't get attached to the people you talk to. You don't really incorporate emotional energy unless you have a lot of water in your chart, but you can't, and so you can't totally abandon that. And right now, again, with the Queen and Page of Cups, nurturing your inner child. Your inner child needs love and needs emotions and resides in your heart. So, for you, it really is a balance between your head and your heart, being extroverted and introverted, being out and about, and then spending time alone. And again, now it's about you and taking care of your inner child, your pets, just a very self-care energy. So this is just that message coming out. It doesn't feel urgent, or you might not even be feeling tired yet, but it's just to prevent that crash if you don't balance it out yourself. All right, and then we have peace, and make peace with your past. So it does feel so in general, our lives are filled, are cycles, and everyone, depending on their own myth, their own archetypes, the blueprint of their life, what they're meant to experience, have, what their ups are or what their downs are different energies than others. And for you, it does really feel like when the cycle is going up, it's about you being out and about and extroverted and communicating and sharing. But then when it goes down, it's about you going within and communicating with your inner child, with your higher self, with, that resides within you, with meditating, listening to, allowing the universe to speak to you. And so it does feel like right now you're in that cycle where it's about, okay, now we reconnect with ourselves and the universe and the divine, and we hear the messages, we communicate, we open ourselves internally. You guys might have Virgo in your chart too, and if you do, it's both those, it's Mercury is the bridge between your inner and outer world. So you're really meant to balance both those energies. But also, again, if you have 12th, 4th, and 8th house planets, that is also a big part of your life. That's how you balance that Gemini, especially if you have a Gemini sun. But yeah, so right, this cycle is about going within, and part of that is this just relaxing and just finding your own energy again without, being colored by everyone else's. And in that, it does also feel, because 28, 8 plus 2, we have 10, which is 1, and we have 1. So you guys might be seeing 11, 11, or even 11, just a lot of ones everywhere. And if that is the case, it's a synchronicity again that this is your reading, especially this part of like, now is time to go within. And as you do that, as you reconnect with yourself, reconnect with the universe, there might be a lot of healing that comes up for you, or things that just want to be released. And so this doesn't feel like scorpionic energy where you're going into the underworld, dealing, like having a very difficult healing experience, like coming out of it stronger and transformed. But the process is very chaotic and there's pressure and intensity. But this more so feels like when you are in this like peaceful meditation, like certain memories, certain emotions might just come in front of your view, but it's not for you to interact with and to, suppress because you don't want to deal with it. It's more so like there's a screen, and everything that wants to just get released will show itself and then will get released, and like the healing takes place in front of you and for you. So if you find yourself like in this peaceful meditation and all of a sudden something comes up and you just start crying, allow yourself to cry. Don't try to understand it. Don't try to define it. Don't try to interact with it. Just let it flow. Let it move through you. So it doesn't have a hold on you anymore. So that heaviness, so much heaviness wants to get released. And especially with this eclipse energy, wherever that Libra in Aries is in your chart, those things might be coming up for you and wanting to get released. It's like the eclipse, this eclipse energy is pulling all that up to the surface. And all you have to do is just let it go, And in order to do that, to be in this like meditative state of surrender, so you're not in that Gemini energy of like, I need to understand this. What is this? Why is this popping up? Oh, I don't want to deal with those emotions. It's just like the emotions are coming out of you. Like tears might start flowing, and just allow it to happen. The healing takes place for you. All you have to do is dedicate time to yourself and to your inner world. Get yourself in that peaceful state of meditation. Just like, create I don't know, like if you like flowers, create a circle of flowers, have crystals around, candles, things that make you feel good and happy. We have a lot of like pinks and purples. It's not intense energy. It's just beautiful, positive, light energies, and you surround yourself and get yourself in that state and allow this healing to take place for you. There could be a lot of solar chakra blockages also that get removed. But again, you're not going after this healing. It's happening for you. But you might find that once you come out of this, like you have so much more energy. You feel so much more powerful and confident. And if that is what happens for you, it's because there was a lot of blockages and healing that needed to take place in that solar chakra energy. If you used to have digestion issues, especially if you have Virgo and being ruled by Mercury, you might find that those start going away after this, after you allow this healing to happen. We have the 2 of Wands. Yeah, it's like it's waiting for you. It's like the universe is waiting patiently for you to just come to it, for you to get in the state where you are able to be open to the divine, working with you and working through you. And that requires, again, you to get out of your head, out of just becoming pure energy and surrendering to energy. And the best way to do that is meditation. I love Joe Dispenza's meditations. They get you there so fast. So you might want to look it up on YouTube. There are a lot of videos. We have the Three of Swords. So yeah, there is a lot of healing energies that are waiting, a lot of healing that's waiting for you. But again, it doesn't feel, with Geminis, healing doesn't sound fun, and it doesn't, it's not something you want to do. You'd really rather just not deal with it. And that's why this time, like right now, is such a blessing, because you don't have to go in and do the difficult work. It's just coming up. It's just wanting to be released. And those tears that are flowing out, it doesn't hurt as bad as it would had you have to, had you have to go down a different path to do this healing. This is more of a release of a lot of hurt and pain that your body is still holding on to, even if you're not aware of it. And that's why it feels like it's not until you come out of it that you realize like how much weight got lifted off of you, like how free you feel, how light you feel. That's when you realize, wow, I was carrying so much more than I thought I was. Like, had I known, I would have wanted to do the work, even if it was difficult. But it's this, you have an opportunity right now where it's so much easier. And that's the beauty of working with, the universal energies, of knowing where the planets are, knowing what's going on, in astrology, so you are able to use those opportunities and, walk through these doors that are open for, a certain amount of time. We have the King of Wands. Yeah, it's like you come out of it feeling so much more powerful, so much more free. There's a lot of chakra work, because we had the solar, and then with the King of Wands, this orange, it's that sacral. So, and then we have this, the Three of Swords is the heart, but it's a red rose. So it feels like a lot of the healing is with that root, sacral, and solar, the more intense chakras, honestly, like the more like physical, dense energies. Those are more painful to heal, but it's like those are all getting released. They're coming up into your perception, and then all those emotions that, are attached to it, they get released with it. And those lower chakras are, our power, our safety in the physical realm, our creativity, our confidence, our energy levels. And so when this healing happens, you feel so much more powerful, because it's like those chakras are full and awake. And you can think of it of like they help keep your battery full and charged when they're like healthy and active. But when they're depleted, you have less access to, and it takes so much longer for you to feel better and to recharge and get your energy levels up. So this feels very like an amazing opportunity that you don't want to miss out on, because, and as a Gemini sun, I have my North Node in Scorpio, so I do enjoy that deep, intense healing also. But if there's an opportunity for me to not have to go through hell, to come out of it feeling so much better, and it happens for me, I would take it in a heartbeat. And it's interesting because when like an opportunity like this presents itself, for some reason, you might find that you're extra resistant to meditating and to like giving yourself that time to go within, you know, and whether that's like, I don't know why that would be. And I know that happens for me, but when that happens, know that it's even more necessary for you to do it. It's like something within you doesn't want you to heal, doesn't want you to release the energies, but it's like it's in your best interest, like it's for your greatest good. Let's pull a few more cards, but this really, both of these cards that came out together, the oracles, the groups, they both are hinting that now is the time to focus more internally, you know, to feel better and recharge and take care of yourself, but also to allow this healing to take place. You need to focus within and focus on energy instead of external and matter and physical and, you know, other people. It's more placing the focus on you. And we have the King of Swords, which is your energy, and it's interesting because she has a needle, and on the string it looks like stars, so it really feels like divine timing. Like this is part of your story. It's written in the stars, like the stars are giving you this opportunity. And you guys, I love working with asteroids, and there are a few asteroids that point at, you know, astrology and astronomy and the cosmos. And if you look those up, you might find that, you know, they might be conjunct your sun or your moon, or you might have a strong attachment to them in your chart. And that means that it would benefit you a lot if you worked and were aware of the universal energies and use them to your benefit. All right, Gemini, I hope this was helpful. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I love you guys, my fellow Geminis, and I will see you guys next time.